Welcome back to Creativerse. All right. Yeah, I'll bet, I will just bet that some folks thought I was done with Creativerse. And I see the leafies are still super jumping. How about that? Some things never change. Yeah, that's right. I'm back. If you'll recall, the previous episode, I did mention that the series was going on hiatus and that it would return. And of course, I also said that I was going to be trying to sneak in an episode of Creativerse every now and then, and I didn't manage that. Sorry about that. And I mean seriously, I am sorry about that, because I really do like to try to do what I say I'm going to do. It didn't work out, and all I can do is apologize. Anyway, everything's a lot similar to what it was. I've been working on a few things, signs on all the teleporters, changing some of the chests, reorganizing things. Like, for example, this one was just a mob drop chest, and right now it's overflow for the overflow and junk chest. And yeah, been sorting things out. Like this thing was full with too many things, some of which didn't actually belong in there. And so I cleared them out. I have a chest just for arc stones because I seem to be having quite a few of them. I've probably picked up like 50 or more today alone because I've been harvesting the pets. I moved this in here for a supply of washers, miscellaneous wood stuff that was in there to begin with, and assorted foods and whatnot for feeding the aforementioned pets. There's been a little bit of a change here. This guy is new, as is that, and one of the regular chisards is new as well, because the ones that they replaced were wanting their favorite foods all involved the questionable jerky or whatever it was, because I decided that that's too expensive to be feeding it to pets. So I got rid of the old ones, and I went out and looked around and picked up a few new ones. I think the trog was a good investment in time and effort to go over there to the Mesa place and get it. Most of what I've been doing is down here in the farm area. No, all of these block phasers are not hooked up yet. Those original two plots and this one are hooked up. And by the way, it's I think a little over a couple of months now, since maybe close to 3 months. Oh God, I don't even know, and that's a shame. Since I set this up and did that video about it. Well, you know what? There was a lot of expectation, my own included, to be honest with you. I expected it to happen as well, that this extra special fantastic function of the block phasers, probably some kind of a glitch in the way they're made and programmed and whatnot, I expected it to get patched out. It still works. I've harvested both of these and this one, this plot, today a couple of times, and that beautiful little function still works. So I've set up all of these plots to be converted over to that, and over here I've hollowed out space to put 4 more. My plan at the moment is to end up having 3 farm plots for each crop. So 3 for wheat, 3 for turnips, 3 for lettuce, and 3 for melons. And yeah, I've also been giving a lot of thought to this haphazard, really terrible looking thing, and all that I was calling a kitchen area, it doesn't even qualify for that. I am going to tear this whole freaking thing out, including the liquid storage and everything, the liquid things here. Tear it all out everything, cut a corridor going that way, and have a room on one side for the liquid and another room on the other side for the food processors, cooking stations, whatever, and ingredient storage and cooked, prepared food storage and seed storage and so on and so forth. Now, somebody might think, well, if this thing with the block phasers is still working, why bother keeping all the seeds? Well, for one thing, I already have them. And for another thing, I still expect it's entirely possible that there could be a patch in which this function that I'm using these for will stop working, and I want to have seeds on hand should that occasion come around. So, yeah. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I have missed this thing a lot. It's really, there's been a lot of times I've looked at it and think, you know, I really want to get doing something, but I wanted to get something finished. And that's something, well, it's finished. And I'm working on stuff. Let's see. I want to grab some of these, and inverters. Yeah. And let's see. Some stacked stone wall will do. Alright. There's part of this setup that I want to fix up, and that's the bit with the levers, the switches that activate the phasers. Oh, by the way, there's something I noticed kind of cool. You take the block out and the lever stays there. You'd never get away with that in Minecraft. Ain't no freaking way. Alright, let's put these out of the way. Move this over here. Get these down here. Alright. Pull that out. Pull this out. Alright, put that down here. An LED here, LED here. And the stacked stone wall. There. Alright. Now, where's that wiring glove? Alright. Okay, so alright, I want to just leave that set the way it is. No, I don't. Alright, that one's green. Turn off the interact and save it. And this one will turn off this, turn that, and that's going to be red. Save it. Okay. Now let's see. From the lever, to the inverter, from the inverter to the bottom light, right? And then the lever up to there. Okay, that's what I wanted. And now I can go ahead and... Now the way this is going to work, and there's something else too. Let's... Oh, it's going to drive me nuts if I don't get it centered right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, 1 there, 1 there. All right, now from here up to that one, and we'll set this one to red as well. And then from the switch over here, and this one will be green. Whoops. Okay, the reason for this is, with the way this is set up, it could get hard to tell what switch is tied to what plot. And so, and I might end up moving these lamps probably over a little bit, up, and have them flush with the ceiling. I don't know yet. But the idea is, if I turn that on, the green lights come on, the red lights go off, the block phasers are ready. The green lights mean it's ready to harvest. And then I flip the switch, red lights come on, means don't harvest it until you flip the lever. Yeah. Now over on this side, similar kind of arrangement, I think. Pop that down here, and then pop this on top of it, and another one up here. And let's get rid of that god-awful thing. There. Okay, so then it's just a matter of get the right thing here. Switch to the receive, from the receive to the lamp, switch to that lamp, set this one to green, save it, and then set this one to red, save that, and then put a couple of more lamps over here, try to approximate the center a little bit better. Alright, yeah, just type numbers in there, it's easier. Or so I thought. Set this one for red. And hello? Alright, working now. Yeah. And have this kind of arrangement going all the way down for each plot so that it's easy to tell when it's ready to harvest and what switch is associated with it, because when you flip a switch, the appropriate plot, the lamps on it will change. And there's an indication of when it's all ready to go. Yeah. Great. All right. That's good. I like that. And what I'm thinking here, I want to do something with the ceiling here. It's got to be something that isn't got patches of dirt on it. Now I could just go ahead and yank all the dirt out and just throw stone in there, because for a ceiling it doesn't matter too awfully much. It's not like you spend a lot of time looking at it, and the stone blocks do have a fairly light coloration to them, which kind of helps make the most of the light. And so I may do that, and if I do, in any event, I'll work on doing that off camera. The walls, I want to come up with something else. Something that isn't just the raw stone and whatnot. I'm not sure what just yet, but something. I'd like something that looks kind of, sort of industrial, not the new industrial blocks. They're perfectly great, but I'm thinking industrial as in modern high-tech kind of look. Kind of a light-colored, metallic or even plastic look. I'll have to look. I've been spending a good bunch of time looking at blocks and haven't yet decided on anything that looks quite like I want. So I'm going to be working on that. Oh boy, there is a lot going on here. Oh boy, a lot I want to do. One of the things I was talking about last time out was I wanted to do some exploring. Just some good old go around a lot of the world and see the world. Because while you could, yes, it is possible to there is a way. I've seen the posts on the Steam forum that you can take a look at this and compare it to some pictures there and determine which reference world this is based on. And then you can there are pictures of each reference world with this fog of war removed that shows you what's where. That's great. But what I want to do is walk all of this area. Actually travel to it myself. And I'm thinking maybe like go out here to the western edge and just go around the edge of the world and start that way at least. And I want to get started on doing that really soon. Like, of course, there's also work down here. You see all of this right here? This is the edge of that farm underground that ended up poking itself out of the hill, so there's a lot of landscaping that needs to be done here to kind of hide that and cover it up, and maybe even allow for the fact that I might be crazy enough to want to expand it. I haven't decided yet. It just kind of all depends on how things go. Trying to get used to how the flying mechanic works, and oh boy, I'm flying terrible. I seem to remember I was doing kind of okay before, but that was a horrible flight just now. Yeah. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to start some of that exploration. Let's see. I don't even know if I have any of... Oh, I do. Teleporters. Let's take a teleporter, and let's see. The code for this one is torch. Coal torch, to be specific. So, take a few coal torches. Actually, I don't need that many. One should probably be sufficient. And yeah, I know, I picked up two. Alright, let me put this stuff back. And one of the things I want to be working on is a new storage setup. This out here is fine for keeping commonly used blocks available, but it's not very useful in terms of, well, mass bulk storage. So I want a bulk storage, or wrong teleporter. I want a bulk storage facility so that I can have bulk storage for everything that I might pick up. And yeah, gonna happen. Let's have a long, nice, good flight off to the west here. And I see one of my great wishes for Creativerse hasn't happened yet, and that is I would love dearly to be able to fly in first person, to have a first person view while flying. Whoa, let's not go curving around all over the place. And quick look at the map. Click that. Whoa, pitch up. We're not ready to power dive into the ocean here. I want to see what's beyond this area. One of the things I want to find is a desert. A large desert area that is made primarily of sand and sandstone and stuff like that. And of course, I want to get out there towards the edge of the world and have a look at that. So, let's just see how far I can get from that high launch. Haven't had to use the booster stamina yet. Excuse me. Looks like maybe I'd better gain some altitude. Wow. Oh boy. Big, big ocean. Well, I've got some blocks. I have teleporters. I have discovered a new area. It doesn't look any different. Well, there's a little bit of island. And oh boy, I think I'm going to try to get to it. Yeah, there's something out here off to my left. Oh, it's frozen area. I thought it was like nothing because of all this white. All right. All right. So we've got another good size Arctic area. Zoom out. Not quite to the edge yet. Got a good long ways to go. But that's all right. And there's blizzard chizards out here. Okay. That's good. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to head down this way just a little bit. Go back over here. All right. That's the thing where the base is right there. Now just scroll it straight west. Okay. That means I gotta go most of a claim to the south. And yes, I know there's my cold meter is ticking. I didn't bother to get any anti-cold potions together or anything like that. I just sort of took off spur of the moment. All right. Back up a bit. That's pretty much about right. All right. So, where's the teleporter? I'm going to set that down right here and set it to teleport to torch, and Alright, this one can be a sandwich. And there's none pointing towards it. Okay. So now I can just pop in here and wait for the loading screen and appear back at the base. Ah, here we are. Okay. That's a little bit of exploration. Not a whole heck of a lot, I grant you. But it's opened up some more terrain, and I've got a teleporter there so that I can now set one down here. I should have gotten out more than one. I can set one here, say, throw it right there. Teleports to sandwich. And this portal code can be, oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. This one is torch sandwich. How about that? And then I could just pop back through here and adjust the code on the other one. You'd think that I was just there, it would be quicker. But I guess that depends. That's affected by how much of the world they decide they elect to keep cached. Alright. If I was going to fix this, I should have brought another torch to make this into torch sandwich. I guess it doesn't matter. Torch sandwich. That sounds really tasty, doesn't it? Terrible. Okay, I want to continue the exploration. The first objective is to get to the western edge of the world. Then I want to hang a right and go north along the western edge of the world to the northern edge. Obviously, this is not going to happen all at once. That's the reason I'm deciding to use the teleporters. Anyway, I'm expecting to be doing a bunch more of this wonderful Creativerse. And that sucker is up on the roof again. This is the second time this thing today has ended up on the roof. Oh, there you are. Alright. Get in there. And stay. And we'll worry about feeding another time. I'm also thinking maybe I want to move these fences and gates inward one block. And that way, even if they're standing up against the wall, I'll still be able to reach them. Instead of having to go in there and move them around. Because if you misclick and right and left click with the glove, when you're thinking you're expecting to be using the washer or something, or expecting them to be ready to be harvested and they're not, and you click on them with the glove, boom, it's going to send them flying, and often that throws them up against the back wall out of reach. Not great. But yeah, a lot going on, and I'm working on plans, ideas. I want to do a lot of that exploring. I want to get a big storage facility built. I got to get some work done on that farm, and there's something else. Among the unsorted items, I have 20 death statues that I have earned in the course of my adventures in Creativerse. I want to do something with them. Some kind of a hall of shame or something like that. Yeah, a tribute to every time I die. Another one gets added to the hall of shame. Yeah, terrible, I know, but why not? Alright, that's kind of a janky sort of partway all over the place kind of return to Creativerse, but trust me, there will be more. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.